Shut the
I love you guys.
up.
I love you guys.
You're such a nice fellow.
Dude, did you get any comments? Didn't you say you were gonna read some comments?
No, I forgot. Wait, I go look. Would you rather live the rest of your life blind or in an Olive Garden?
We answered that one.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, McNasty and Oompaville haven't answered that though.
You could. We went over this last podcast. Would you rather live the rest of your life blind or in an Olive Garden?
An Olive Garden?
Olive Garden. Oh, sorry, Olive Garden.
Olive.
Probably Olive Garden. Why would I want to be blind?
But that's till the end of time.
I'd rather be blind, bro.
Why?
Really? Yeah, for sure.
You could just work
live
at the
in
Olive Garden and just build a side house and just live there.
I don't want to live in a shitty restaurant though. To the end of
If you're blind,
Olive Garden will be a failed business within 10 years. Mark my words.
hasn't Olive Garden been around for like 30, 40 years?
Yeah, well, things are taking a turn recently.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to believe the Asperger's thing now. All of a sudden.
All of a sudden, olive.
Yeah, one of the markers is a bad take on Italian restaurants, and you have that one now.
That's a marker.
How do you not like Olive Garden? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I haven't been to
been.
Olive Garden in ages.
I've never been to
I can't
one.
even remember what it tastes like.
You've never
even
been to one?
You've never
I've eaten the
experienced
breadsticks,
the
bro.
bottomless
Bro.
breadsticks, soups,
All right,
and
listen, man.
salads?
I am Italian. I'm pretty white, but I'm not that white. I don't like fucking Olive Garden, okay? I don't like it. I don't like Applebee's. I don't like Olive Garden. I don't like
that's fair.
TGI Fridays. I
Yeah,
don't like Red
Applebee's
Lobster.
Red Lobster?
Red Lobster has fallen off.
Red Lobster is the worst of all those.
What?
Yeah,
No
they
shot.
have fallen off, bro. They've fallen
Have
off
you
hard.
ever? I've made my own food a lot. I don't really like to eat other people's food, especially when it's terrible. It's terrible.
Nothing wrong with that.
You just have to
got
go to
that.
like good. Like I'm a firm believer of just going to like mom and pop areas instead
Yeah.
of going to like chain restaurants.
Yeah, and even then, the mom and pop stuff does fucking suck sometimes. But
The only like, yeah, that is true. Well, you just gotta find a new one. Like I've tried like pretty much every pizza place where I live, and there are some mom and pop shops that are just not good. I'd rather have fucking Little Caesars than that.
Oh, here we go.
What do you?
Little Caesars? What?
No.
You just
God.
invalidated yourself.
What do you call the $5 pizzas when you go to Little Caesars?
I don't go.
Well, like if you were to go, what would you call it?
I don't fucking know.
If you
I
walked
just
into a
wouldn't
Little
go.
Caesars, how would you order?
Like if you wanted the pizza that sits there,
No, stop trying to sway his answer. No,
that
just
they
if
make
you walked in-
regardless.
No, you just want
Because the thing is, if you walk in and order, if you just walk in and say, "Hey, can I get a pizza?"
objection,
They're gonna,
leading, objection. He's leading.
There's a chance that they're gonna assume that you mean something else other than the hot and ready.
Dude, I am so your Little Caesars memes that I don't understand like the meaning of any of
So
these
Little
words.
Caesars has a pizza called Hot and Ready.
Okay.
And they make them. They just consistently make them all day and put them in like a box that keeps them hot.
Like
and you
box
just come in
roast
and you're
it.
like, hey, give me a Hot and Ready. And you can either get one that was just made or you can get one that was made like 40 minutes ago and it's just like not good.
Like gas station pizza.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like already made, just sitting in like a hot thing.
So what's the question?
So we had a debate of what you call it, and I've always called it a Hot and Ready. Like if I go in and I say, hey, can I get a Hot and Ready? They'll turn around, give me a Hot and Ready, and I'll leave.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people go in, they say, hey, can I get a pepperoni pizza?
I'd say, hey, can I get one of your shitty, fucking, nasty, disgusting pizzas? You pieces of shit.
There you go.
Well, that's the Asperger's right there. You got some specific kind of fucking name
you
for
take
it.
one of them hostage.
Yeah. I have a gun when I do it too. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd say, can I get?
It's like, okay, let me give you another example. If you go to McDonald's, right? I'm sure you've been to a McDonald's before.
Absolutely,
And you
yes.
want a Big Mac.
Yeah.
Do you say I want a Big Mac, or do you say I want bread, lettuce, sauce,
No,
more bread,
no.
patty, bread, patty?
This question.
Or do you just
this
go? Do
question
you just
is
walk in and say,
wrong.
"Hey, give me burger"?
I
you
I
say,
would say, hey, corporate overlords, fuck me with your advertising and branding, please.
you would
I'd
go
say,
in, and if you wanted a Big Mac, you would say the term Big Mac.
I'd
right?
say I want a number 2, brother. That's what I'd say.
Okay, but let's say you didn't want the combo; you just wanted the burger.
Okay, then I would say I want a Big Mac. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
That's what
I
I
would
was
So
just
that's
say-
the, that's the same thing with a hot and
I
ready.
want a number one, just the
But
burger.
there's no difference between a hot and ready and a normal pizza, though.
No,
Other
it
than it's
is
just been
because you
sitting
can
there.
go in Little Caesars and order. You can go in Little Caesars and order a pizza, and they'll cook it fresh for you. You have to sit there and wait for it, like as if you were to go to Pizza Hut or
Yeah.
Domino's. But if you want the
Yeah.
pizza right there and then, the one that's already made, you say, "Give me a hot and ready," because that's what.
So
it's,
you got to say, I want a cold and off guard.
when you look at the box, it's funny because Sue posted a picture today, and there's literally a stack of boxes of pizza that says "hot and ready" on it. The
But that's
box
just like a
itself says
saying,
"hot and
though.
ready."
Yeah, but
That's
the
just like a
contents
saying.
the contents is the same in the
It
box
doesn't matter.
no matter what
the
you
contents
order.
of a Big Mac is just a burger with a piece of bread in the middle of it.
Yeah,
But you
but
don't
it's
call
also-
it burger with bread in the middle of it. You call it a Big Mac because that's what the company has designated the name for it to be.
Yes.
But it's not
Right?
any.
So do you
can
agree?
get a hot and ready that's a cheese pizza, and you can get a cheese pizza. It's not like.
No, they don't know. The only hot and readies they make are cheese and pepperoni. They don't make a cheese.
Yeah,
hot and
but
ready.
you can also go in and get a pepperoni just pizza. You don't have to say hot and ready to get a pepperoni.
Yeah, but
pizza.
then if you say pepperoni pizza, they could be just assuming you want a fresh one made.
Listen,
then you have to sit there for 15 minutes
I
while they
did
make it.
field research, okay? I went out in the field
Yes.
and did my own research.
Yes.
Okay,
And
what
what
did
did
they
you
say?
learn?
And that is Patreon exclusive content, so I can't share that here.
What? Don't say that. We don't have Patreon.
No, I went in and I was like, I can't remember exactly how I asked. I was like, if I was to come in and order something, like order a pizza, would I say I want a hot and ready, or would I say, can I just get a pizza? And of course, the Little Caesars fucking script reading goddamn shill said, well, he said something along the lines of, the hot and ready brand has become more popular over the years, so people do say hot and ready, but you could also just say pizza. We'd understand what you meant.
Bingo.
So I'm right and wrong is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, he pretty much said, like, you can do both, is what he said. But
Yeah.
of course, he said the little or the hot and ready brand or whatever is popular now, so people do say
Yeah,
that.
for the little
Yeah.
for little drones that only eat hot and readies at little.
Anytime I
People
gotta-
have been brainwashed by corporate.
You got to think of it from like a perspective of someone who just went in. Like
Right.
who's never been like for me, I wouldn't I've never even fucking heard of hot and ready. If they said you want a hot and ready or you want a what do you want, a hot and ready or an extra gasmic berry pizza? Can I get a pepperoni pizza? Is what I would say.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is we're not specifically talking about people who have just only been there once. We're talking about regulars. That's why hot and ready is a thing to me, is because anytime I've ever gone, like my family calls them hot and readies, and friends,
there you
like
go.
everybody I've known calls them hot and readies until.
Well, if you're like an avid pizza enthusiast from specifically Little
Well, that's the thing is
Caesars-
you walk in and it's right there and it says hot and ready on the box.
Yeah, but also, dude, it's a fucking pizza, so I sure hope it's hot and ready.
Yeah, I mean, the Little Caesars, they sell. And the thing is, too, is they have breadsticks, but they're called crazy bread.
I fucking
Oh my
this gets
God.
deeper. I swear to God, I am not
Crazy
ordering
bread and a hot
crazy
ready.
bread.
They're just a company that has names specifically for their products.
bread and some hot and ready.
They have another pizza called Extra Most Bestest, which is a super fucking
my
stupid name.
God.
Extra
And it's literally-
asbestos.
Extra,
You said it's a
Why are
stupid
you
name.
on their side?
extra Most Bestest.
And do you say that when you want it?
No.
Let me get an
I
extra
Oh.
asbestos.
don't. Because,
So you
just
don't
because
say it when it's a fucking stupid, retarded
that
term
name
like
to
hot
me
and
is,
ready.
first of all, bestest is not a word. And nobody says extra most. Like the whole term itself is just stupid. Because it's not a
Oh,
word.
now it's
you can't
stupid.
play- You can't. You're being a
He's a
hypocrite.
fence rider. He's a
and
fence
ready.
rider.
Hot and ready are all words.
I'm
and it's a
pretty
term,
sure
it's a phrase that
bestest-
makes sense.
I'm pretty
Can't
sure
have it both
bestest
ways.
is a word. I think it's informal though.
Bestest?
Bestest, I'm pretty sure is a real word.
Really?
Doesn't
I'm
make it
pretty
less
sure, yeah.
retarded.
It's
On,
like-
on
it's-
fucking
it's
Urban
a-
Dictionary?
it's
Because it sounds
emphatic.
retarded.
It's like an emphatic word, I believe.
Listen, at the end of the day, they would understand either way. It's not
So
like
my argument is if you walk in, right, and you say I want a pepperoni pizza, there's a chance they don't know if you're talking about a hot and ready.
Oh my god!
But if you walk in and say hot and ready, 100% of the time they know the exact pizza to give you.
This is like a Twilight
because they
Zone
live
episode.
there. Of course they know.
And every time I've ever gotten a comment from somebody that actually worked or works at Little Caesars,
They're
they
paid
all
off.
agree with me.
They're paid off.
Exactly, because they work at a company and they know the terms of their products.
They're paid to say
Oh my
that. They wouldn't say that
God.
otherwise.
Like when you go to the store and you buy cereal, you don't just buy cereal. You buy Cinnamon Toast Crunch, CTC, or you buy Captain Crunch, or you buy whatever. You buy the brand name. You don't just go in and be like, oh, I want wheat squares that have sugar on it and cinnamon.
But that's not what people are doing.
You
Yeah.
would go and
But
buy a
also
Little
the
Caesars
difference-
pizza.
You're
That is
buying
the
the
brand.
name of a brand, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch is not even a brand. It's owned by Kellogg's or whatever.
The difference between that, though, like having Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Lucky Charms, those two things are like the same base ingredients, but they're a completely different product. The difference between a hot and ready and a pepperoni pizza is nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Yeah,
There's
but
no
if you
difference.
go in and order a pepperoni pizza, you can have one that's just fresh made. You can have one that's not already sitting in the hot
Or-
box that it was specifically
you
designed
can
for.
also have one that is hot
And it's more
ready, though.
expensive.
Oh, well, it's still the same shit.
It is. And the funny thing is even after all these arguments, I don't even eat Little Caesars. I hate Little Caesars.
Oh my god!
I don't.
What makes
I
you
just,
so
I
passionate?
understand
This is crazy.
because
This guy's a
I
fucking pizza martyr.
it's something I've just done my whole life, and to me it makes perfect sense to just call it by what it's called,
A pizza.
which is a hot and ready.
No.
But it's also a pizza.
Yeah, it is a pizza.
It is a pizza, and like a hot and ready is not a pizza. It's just a name for that specific pizza
pizza.
that has been made all day. Like when you go to Taco Bell and you want a Crunchwrap Supreme, you say, "Give me a fucking Crunchwrap Supreme." You don't go to a local restaurant, a local Mexican restaurant. Yeah, give me a Crunchwrap Supreme. They're gonna have no fucking idea what you're talking about because
Yeah,
Crunchwrap
'cause-
Supreme only exists at Taco Bell.
Well, if it's not on
a
their
Taco
menu,
Bell
it's not
branded
on their
name.
menu.
food, bro.
Well, that's the thing. Is like
I wouldn't go to China King and say, "Give me a hamburger."
another thing. Another
on the
good
menu.
example is alcohol. If you want an old fashioned,
Oh
right?
my
You go
God.
up, you say, "Give me an old fashioned." You don't say, "Give me whiskey with fucking spritz and blah blah blah." You don't name the ingredients of the thing.
This
Nobody-
feels very
Give me an old
religious. This feels religious.
Nobody,
now.
you can also-
nobody's
you can
ordering
also-
the pizza. Dude, nobody's going into Little Caesars and say, "Let me get dough, tomato sauce, cheese."
Make sure you let it
pepperoni.
rise for 2
Yeah.
hours.
They're not ordering them per ingredient like what you're saying.
They're still gonna understand what you mean. It's not like you're speaking a foreign language when you say, "Can I get a pepperoni pizza?"
You can.
Yeah, I'm
They're
not
not
saying
gonna like
that.
fucking
How about
break
this
down
idea,
like a computer
McNasty?
blue screening and not know how to respond.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if you go in and order a hot and ready, 100% of the time, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get a hot and ready.
Yeah, and also if an ape went in to the store 100% of the time and pointed to the hot and readies, he could also get a hot and ready every single time. Without
What if
even
you just
saying
walked
any
in and
words.
said, "Can I get a fucking pizza out of that goddamn box? That looks good." Are they
Yeah,
gonna know
they'll
what
give
you're
you that
talking
too.
about?
Can you give me a pizza? Which one's cheapest? Thank you.
But that's so many words. Why would you not just call it a hot and ready?
Pizza's one word. Hot and ready is 3.
Damn.
Pizza.
Oh, if you walk into a Little Caesars and say, "Give me pizza," they're not gonna know what the fuck you're talking about.
They
They're
are-
gonna need you to
What
be a
do
little
you
more specific.
mean?
than that.
absolutely will, dude.
It's a
They're,
pizza
they're
place.
gonna need you to be more specific. They're gonna be like, "Okay, we have this pizza. We have all these kinds of different pizzas."
You could point though. You could just.
They're just gonna
you could
turn around
literally
and grab
point.
the pizza and turn around and give it to you. They're gonna.
What happens to deaf people when they go to Little Caesars?
Yeah, how do you
Let's ask
sign
that
hot
question.
and ready?
They go, "Can I get a?"
All right, that was unnecessary.
Yeah.